Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. So you can probably obviously see even from behind, in the spirit of playing around with some frames I haven't messed with in a while, I pulled out Zephyr, and we kept on Steel Charge. We've got Intensify, which I don't think I could add that final point there. Stretch, Augur Message, Equilibrium, and Streamline. And, you know, it did a good job of dropping the costs and really bumped overall the range that all of these can stretch and reach to, as well as the damage outlay. So I'm feeling pretty good about that since Zephyr is very much a caster frame. Much better setup than what I had. Gosh, I wish I had started recording when I, was first looking at what to swap out. Would have been rather amusing. I finally did finish off that silly Bratton. I sold it. That bought space, so I have no new primaries. So we're sticking with the Xeltra. No changes on that. The Twin Stubbas, the Kuva weapon. I have got now a Pistol Pestilence on there in tandem with Hornet Strike. It leaves 3 points left over. I think once it gets maxed, I'll be able to put on, where is it? Amalgam Barrel Diffusion and get a multi-shot on this as well. Plus a little side perk of Dodge Speed in the background. I think there will be enough points in the pool to do that. And maybe have a couple left over to throw something else in. But we got the total damage outlay boosted by just around 70-ish by adding on this Max Pistol Pestilence. And then the Zorus is up to 11, the same as last time. It still just has the 2 points, so I need to keep using it a bit more. But that is the setup we're going to be running today. I did match the Twin Stubbas kind of with that same color scheme. I like that kind of gold, white, and black. It just looks good no matter how you have your Warframe decorated. So on the stuff that I probably am going to be using a lot, instead of changing the color scheme to match my frame, I'm just going to have this almost kind of prime color scheme looking on it. And on the heels of the last video, this is actually the same day, several hours later, so this alert, this invasion is still the same one that's up for the Mutalisk Alad V 5 of 3, so I haven't gotten an inbox message about that, but we are going to be starting today with the Ropalolyst. Now, this is one that I've been trying to get unlocked for quite some time. So we're going to start here, and then we're also going to head back over to the Jordas Golem so we can farm for the other Atlas parts we're missing and see if we can get another new frame crafting in the background. May have to farm for some materials. But today, finally, we're going to try to wrap up Jupiter here, and we're going to start with the Ropalolyst. So just going to jump right in and play around with Zephyr.
Our history is smoke, blurred by dreams, guided by ghosts. A voice, a void lurks
Want to be
inside
getting
you.
some credit on the Twin
Its
Stubbas
purpose
here.
not yet shown. But what am I?
I do actually like this
My
weapon.
father
It's got a
was a farmer.
massive ammo
My
capacity.
mother, a carpenter, given light by the Golden Lords to build for them a better world. But my family's journey was long. Time
love
began
to
to
see it.
change their light, creativity, pride.
Don't think I can quite make that jump. I thought that I might be able... Oh, you know what? I might have been able to do it that way if I had been thinking. So that's fine. Let me just do it like this.
So the Golden Wrath came.
I'll just buy
And
myself
after,
a little extra
I was
room.
born,
But Zephyr's so
a mimic,
floaty,
a
they can
spy,
definitely make it from here.
conceived to burrow into nests and swallow the pitch eggs of their war machine,
Yep,
the Tenno.
no problem.
But when I saw your tender faces, I took mercy. Or so we were told. But in truth, we were both imprisoned in Lua's belly. My light remade by the creators. I became a memory, a ghost. Reprogrammed to destroy my family, my people, my history.
Wow, we really have to leg it up
But
here,
now
huh?
I am saved by family, Together, we will overcome the flaws of our light, the gods of our creation,
Aha.
merging with them like steel, bearing amalgams with the weakness of neither.
Yeah, I get it, bud, but you got up there way quicker than I did. There may be a better way than the direction that I went, but that's how I went, so we'll get it open. Sorry for the hold up, my dude.
They may trigger irrational.
Oh, there's other people in this lobby. Well, this is cool. I didn't hit that elevator button, they did. Okay.
As you can see, Betrayer, I've made a deal with an even higher power. But when it comes to this turgid monster, there is some liquidity in my loyalty.
I'll get Chi up, because why not?
Your great power, your great evil.
Yo, yo,
The
yo, yo.
voice, the void within you. Our ancients still wither at its touch. But have you forgotten, Lua?
Thanks, my
You were
dude.
saved. But I...
Yeah, I'll get
I
you.
was
You were trying to
changed.
get me. Yeah. Throw up a little turbulence.
Mind my capacitors, Betrayer. Very expensive, and yet very spent. Though
Doesn't seem to be popping any damage on it.
clever, but maybe a little singed, are we? It's charged near capacity. What now?
Oh, so somehow we have to lure it into
This has
those.
gone from
Okay.
bad to worse. Excellent.
Finish him off with Exceltra. Get rid of the ads.
Now's your chance. Hit it big.
Is it? Ah, okay.
Ropalolyst, rise, remain, and die for the others to live.
On your feet, Chi. On your feet. Alright, so that guy's kind of flipping all over there. He's kind of dancing around. He's going to get it to attack that thing, and then it's going to get zapped by it. Okay, so I see what the mechanic is. So I think maybe its shields are fully gone now. Not yet.
We suffer these testaments of Tenno evil, their voice and void. Suffer it well, ancient child. Do not relent.
Now those laser-guided missiles are just trolling me. Okay, she is up.
Yes, make that thing sizzle.
Where in
I
the
want
world?
to smell it all the way down here in the control
Okay,
center.
it's on that final one, so the other two are popped. Get it to attack. It's eventually going to zap itself here. Ah, I see. We're out of Exceltra ammo.
Yes, this is it, betrayers. Rid me of this thing, and I will be grateful for at least a few days.
Okay, that looks like the end of that damage phase to me. Oh, no, that's straight up it. I didn't expect that.
So it is. So you have done. Time and again. Eradicating my people. My history. So it will be with yours, child.
Okay. So I'm not entirely... I think I have an idea of how that works. Another amalgam. Headshot multiplayer. Life steal on a specific weapon. Chance to pick up used arrows. Interesting. And a Wisp chassis blueprint. Okay, so this appears to be a farmable mission for another new frame. So we've got Atlas and Wisp to farm. I think I might have gotten a Prime Wisp part when I was Prime farming the other day. Okay, so that was not what I would necessarily call easy. Titania might actually do really well at that if I were trying to solo it to make sure that I understand the mechanic correctly. But at least the mission is done. I guess I could go back to try to farm it, but I feel like I wasn't bringing as much to the table since I didn't know fully what the mechanic was. But that's okay. So we will come back to that. Next, actually, let's just check the Atlas parts that we have. I think we just have one. Warframes, Atlas, and Atlas Neuroptics. Okay, systems and chassis. And then let's double check Wisp as well. A Wisp chassis. Nope, so I didn't have a Wisp part before. I think it might have been in the drop table for something I was working on, but just a chassis. Okay, so since we're focusing Atlas first, it's Atlas chassis and systems. That's what we're looking for. I am actually going to keep Zephyr on ahead. It's on Eris. Jordas Golem. And with more people in Arcwings, this should definitely go quicker. Assuming that there's some people in here that are trying to do the same thing I am.
The column's stirring. It knows you are here. I can feel it wake. Find it. The Furliak pods. Is that it? I really thought you would have more. Have you been using them? Position. The gun is here. I am sorry, Operator. Wonderful Furliak.
Get some Twin Stubbas XP on this thing.
Operator, hull integrity is failing. This is all my fault.
I told you.
I think that's just from incoming projectiles, so I don't think that's going to do much.
Operator, I am
Okay,
detecting
Chi,
a much
on your feet.
larger infested life form. Much larger.
I used to be such a nice Zephyr.
Jordas, what
I do like Zephyr, fun frame. It really is excellent for crowd control.
This is just the
Especially with the extended range and duration on it.
hull failing?
Let alone it costing less to cast overall.
You have no idea what I am. Join us, and
Prepare for Arcwing so you can
Obliterate this thing.
You've located the VIP. Time to go to work.
Now, since I've done this several times already, I'll just cut through,
Got infested.
you know, the bulk of this. We'll cut to the end and see what piece drops. Don't need to watch
lost liquor.
4 or 5 minutes of this weapon blasting at this thing.
Useless hollow shell.
There it goes.
Nobody makes a fool of Jordas. Oh dear, where did that come from?
Thank you, Operator.
What would I have done if I had lost you?
And it just ends. Come on, chassis. Okay, we got the systems. I think we had the neuroptics and we needed systems. And I know we need the chassis. So once the chassis drops, we'll go back and double check. But we definitely have systems. So I'll cut the next run. I'll just show you in sequence what drops. Same as always when I'm grinding for farming a specific thing.
They won't be bothering us anymore. Let's get out of here.
Okay, got the chassis on that very next run, so let's see if we just got lucky, if that's all the parts. I didn't remember if it was neuroptics or systems I already had, and we got systems. I was thinking it was neuroptics, so maybe yet again I got really lucky on one of these farmable missions. I've had mostly really good luck in that regard. All right, Atlas. Chassis systems, neuroptics. Oh, good. Argon crystal. My favorite resource in the world to farm. Well, we're not going to do that today. I will do that in the background, though, and get this going. We don't have enough. We do have enough cryotic, but that will eat a lot. And in the middle of this ongoing event, that would actually eat up a pretty healthy chunk that I'm having to use to buy for, I forget what it's called, some of the things in this event. But nonetheless, we have all the parts we need, so we are done farming that one. Okay, so next we'll head back to... I guess I'll go for Ropalolyst. 3 open squads. Okay. And I think we pulled a Wisp chassis.
So golden came, and after I was born, a Sinai, conceived, direct, and asked, and saw the PJs of worship. I saw 10 faces, and mercy, or so we were told. By truth, we were both present in this valley. My life remained by creators. I became memory, ghost. We programmed to my family, my people, my history. But now I am saved, my family. Together, we overcome the flaws of our light, the gods of our creation. Merging with them, like steel, bearing amalgams.
Big Egg has died. Okay, we're all here. And we know we can't damage that thing, so there's no need.
As you can see, Betrayer, I've made a deal with an even higher power. But when it comes to this turgid monster, there is some liquidity.
I think it jumps to that one on that side, if it follows the same pattern every time.
Mind my
It does not.
capacity, Betrayer. Very expensive, and yet very spent. Though, I have to wonder.
That sucks. Well, I'm dropping out of the map. That's okay.
But maybe a little singed, are we?
That's alright. I guess we don't all need to go over there.
What now?
It's straightforward. Climb over on the thing. It'll get zapped. Yeah, see, you know, it's flying over here. There it goes. Okay. So either the person that did it in my first run knew some trick, or it's a little bit random. Avoid the missile barrage. Guess that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll get up.
I know what you're thinking. I still have my weekly auctions to consider.
I think we have to get it to break this last thing over here, so I could be wrong.
Rise, ancient Ropalolyst, my other flesh. Your sacrifice will breed a new way for a new kind.
We need to get it over to this other one, I think. Maybe it doesn't matter which one, so long as it's one of the ones that are up. But we definitely need it to attack that thing on either side. There it goes. Now, does it teleport us back to the middle? Yeah. Now we need it to get to the other one.
Yes, make that thing sizzle. I want to smell it all the way down here in the control center.
Perfect. That's what we were looking for.
Yes, this is it, betrayers. Rid me of this thing, and I will be grateful for at least a few days.
There it goes. Okay. Yeah, it's relatively straightforward. Kinda need some pretty hard-hitting weapons for that. I mean, Exotra's okay, but I feel like there's, you know, there's so many weapons that I don't have yet. A Neuroptics. I honestly don't remember what part I had before that. Neuroptics and chassis, okay, we just need the systems, and we can buy the print from the shop, I presume. That was super fast run. Chassis I already had, I believe. Pretty sure it's systems I need. And there's systems, okay? So that only took a few runs. Not bad. One more than is necessary. So yet again, I'd say that's pretty good luck. Let's see now what the parts require. Hexenon, I need more of that. Hexenon, I need more of that. Hexenon. So other than a single argon crystal, it looks like Hexenon is going to be the most important for Wisp. So let me check my extractors and we will move them. Resource drones.
Jordas went mad for 3 milliseconds when he realized that each
Should
time
be
he cleans something, he makes
Phobos,
something else dirty.
Plastids, yep. I needed those as well. There was a reason I was farming Uranus and other areas that drop plastids, because there's another frame that's tied to plastids. But I think Jupiter, can you farm Hexenon here? Yes, yes, you can. We'll drop the 100% health one, and I don't remember any other areas actually having Hexenon is farmable. I think that it can drop from other places, other missions, but I don't think you can actually farm it anywhere but there. Nope. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll go Saturn, since plastids and Orokin cells could potentially drop. Let's just put the other one over here. And we'll let that do its thing. Now, we could obviously play some Jupiter missions for farming Hexenon. I don't know if it's like Oxium where a specific enemy type drops it or if it's just a random. Obviously, I know I've picked some up, but I don't really remember. Resource drop chance for doing this defense. Affinity from kills, affinity from melee kills. I mean, sure, I guess. I'll jump into this to see if I happen to run across any Hexenon. You know, I do rather remember doing this one before.
Attack us, and we will counter.
I mean, the tornado is as good of a point defending ability as anything. Just drop it and let it do its thing. And it lasts nearly 30 seconds now.
That's the last of them.
I don't think I got any from that. To be fair, I got dumped in late. That's okay. It's done. Okay, well, we tested it real quick. We know that we're going to need some. I guess what I could do is see if there's anywhere else that calls for Hexenon. I think
enjoying the view?
Jupiter I know for a fact. But where else? Jupiter and Railjack missions. Oh, from Railjack. Interesting. All right. Good to know. These wings are from the currently active event, the Stardays, by the way. And speaking of, I'm going to check in because I bet those bounties have changed. Don't need any of those. So the pool will reset in, 3-4 hours, give or take. Some a little quicker than that, which is totally cool and fine. So I'll just head out of here. There's a really cool color palette with a lot of pinks and reds I want to grab in there, and whites, different shades of pinks, whites, reds, look like maybe grays. And then there's a couple different weapon blueprints, but they haven't had the type of bounty, the currency that you're purchasing to buy stuff in there. One is what was the name of it? Ignis Wraith. It's a flamethrower, and then one was a sniper. I forget the name of. But that's in there, so definitely want to grab some weapons and another color palette. Got some wings. These are pretty cool. I like them anyway. All right, so that takes care of farming the two new kind of boss location areas that we opened up. So the last thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to head out of here. I've already done sortie. We're going to head to Deimos, and we're going to wrap up with one Nechramech bounty run. We'll say calm. Calm is fine. And I'm going to stick with Zephyr. Definitely having fun playing Zephyr. I guess what I'll do is... it's a level 30 Isolation Vault tier 1, 2, 3. I think I've done a tier 1 and I've done a tier 2 now as well. I have not done a tier 3. I don't know if it You know what? I'll just go for tier 1.
One who is not afraid of a little work.
I'll go for tier 1. We'll see how it goes.
Much has been hidden from us.
If you gather the correct materials, you can persuade the infestation to open up for us. Think of it like gathering bait. Collecting tissue samples from infested can supply us with a biological key.
Two. Looks like there will be some over here. Some over here.
We will need additional samples, but this is a good start.
I'm assuming anybody that's over there can trigger it. Maybe that's a poor assumption, but that's my assumption.
Now we're cooking. Uh-oh. Something's coming. Don't let her grab the snacks! The combined sample is ready. Hurl it against Orifice Portal and it should open. Well done. We can access the infested tunnels now. Head inside. Airborne impurities from the infested have rendered these tunnels highly toxic to non-infested. We cannot access the vaults until the toxicity level has been reduced. Certain infested organisms are massively increasing the toxicity levels. Eliminate them. Organic material from the infested can help counteract the environment and keep us alive longer. They are well adapted to this.
Xeltra, why are you out of ammunition? Got a little bit of lag going here. Not awful, but enough that it's annoying.
The Guardian of the Vault approaches. You must defeat it, Tenno. I confess I had my concerns, but that was expertly handled. The Guardian is completely disabled.
You 3 times, the vault locks you out for good. So don't do that, okay? Oh boy, that ain't it. Good thing you got 2 more tries.
I do not know what riches you may find, if any, but you will certainly discover some small measure of wisdom locked away down here.
Very, very good. You descend and return, most pleasing. So many descend and remain as remains. Perhaps you might learn more once you strengthen your void connection.
Okay.
It's a difficult place to navigate.
Okay. Done and done. 2 Ayatan Ambers, a Cyan, a bunch of rare resources, Mother Token, some Nechramech. There's a weapon pod. I don't know if that's a piece that I already had or not. We shall find out when we head back to our orbiter. We have the Voidrig engine, the casing, the weapon pod. Now we just need the capsule. And then all of these other ancillary parts, which we can do by doing more bounty grinding and getting more ranks and XP with the vendors up there. So we'll get that. Step 1, getting this final part, the Voidrig capsule. But we're getting close on at least the bare bones of what we need to do in the background. Obviously, it's going to take some time for us to run the bounties and get the parts and make the blueprints and farm for all the stuff that's needed to actually make these, but at least we're making forward progress. This Nechramech is another one of the big key things that I still need to get. What is this? Cavet Incubator upgrade segment. I wonder if that would allow me to raise a cavet over here at the incubator. I bet you that it would. Nonetheless, that is today, and that is what we are wrapping up with. I don't think I saw anything in the inbox pop up about the Allied V key potential. Nope, it did not. So that is still active and going on. But hey, we got all of our Atlas parts, we got all of our Wisp parts, and we're down to just missing a singular Nechramech part. So good forward progress. In the next video, I am going to be jumping into yet another story mission. I may just stay on Zephyr, keep playing Zephyr through that. It's been a while and quite a fun frame. So don't know exactly which one, but it's probably going to be another one of the Warframe missions because I have way more of those left over than anything else. Just trying to keep it balanced so I don't burn through every last one of any of the individual types. But anyway, it's going to be fun getting back into another story. With any luck, it won't be like Jordas with multiple farming grinds and waiting on things to craft in the middle of it. But either way, that's what we're going to be doing. Guys, a lot of good forward progress again today. Really fun jumping back on Zephyr. That is going to do it. As always, I do sincerely appreciate you checking in, and we will catch ya on the next one.